sun is shining. It's going to get up to pushing 80 degrees today here in northwest Georgia. So if you get a chance, I encourage you to get out and enjoy the day. Enjoy it. Get some sunshine and spend some time outside. Recharge your mind and your body. Well, I've got my coffee here this morning, and we're ready to dig in to today's topic. I want to talk to you for just a couple of minutes today on this thought that there's probably just one or two things that you're basically refusing to change, and those couple of things are what are keeping you stuck. Because just about everyone that comes into my office, that walks through my door, that sits in my chair here, everyone that comes through, almost without exception, the ones that are struggling to break free, the ones that feel trapped in this cycle of frustration, and the ones that keep telling themselves that they want to change, but they never seem to get results. Without fail, it comes down to 1 to 3 things that they're not willing to change. It's these 1 to 3 very specific, very obvious things that are right in front of them. Things that if they would change, would completely transform their lives. But they don't. They don't change. They don't even see these things sometimes, because our bodies, our minds lack consistency and comfort. And so they would rather stay in comfortable misery of stagnation than change. I see it in every area that I work with. You know, smokers, people that smoke come to see me that desperately want to quit, but they refuse to throw away the pack. They want to keep it just in case. And I tell all of my stop smoking clients, you know, we go for a week before they ever have their first session, where they're tapering down to, if they smoke 2 packs a day, then they taper down for a week, and they taper down, to a pack and a half, to a pack, to half a pack, to 5, to 3, down to the last 24 hours before they come to see me. I want them to go smoke free for that 24 hours. Because when they walk through the door, I want them craving a cigarette so bad they're ready to climb the walls when they come in. So when I show them this powerful tapping technique that will break that craving in a matter of seconds, in 90 seconds, a minute and a half, and you break that craving, you'll see that you have the power to quit smoking. But yet, there's several that can't taper. They don't even want to try to taper. And those are the ones I know that are just going to be wasting their money if they come to see me. The ones that want to keep that pack around just in case. Or somebody comes to see me that's just constantly drowning in stress and anxiety, but they won't set any boundaries with the people that are draining them. They won't set any boundaries to keep those people from causing them the stress. Or I have people that come to me that swear they want to lose weight, but they keep filling their cabinets full of the same processed junk food that they've been eating that's got them in the situation they're in to begin with. Or they want to lie to themselves. Well, it's a glandular problem, or I'm big boned, or whatever the excuse is that they want to give themselves. There's 1 to 3 things that if they would change, they would get unstuck. Somebody comes to see me for help with public speaking or leadership skills. And they say, well, I want to grow, but they refuse to have any of the uncomfortable conversations that are necessary to lead effectively. A leader that avoids conflict at all costs is not a leader. It's a pitiful example of trying to lead. Good morning, y'all. Thanks for joining us on this live. I appreciate everybody that's here. You know, all of these people that we've talked about here, the ones that want to quit smoking, the ones that want to get rid of stress, the ones that want to get rid of anxiety, the ones that want to lead better, they all have 1 to 3 obvious things that if they were to address them, it would set them free. But they won't touch it. They won't touch it with a 10-foot pole. And it's not because they don't know what to do. Most people that come to see me know exactly what they need to do. It's not because they're not capable. Everybody that comes to see me that wants to quit smoking is completely capable to quit. Everybody that comes to see me that wants to lose weight, they are completely capable of losing weight. But because taking action on these things means that they can't ever go back to that situation. And that, to them, is terrifying. That's what is causing them to stay stuck. So why is it? Why are you afraid to fix what's broken? Most people do not resist change because they're lazy. They resist change because it means they're going to be losing something. If you finally quit smoking, you lose the excuse that, well, it just helps me calm down. If you finally stop emotional eating, then you lose the comfort of food when it feels like life is just overwhelming you. If you really cut the ties with all of those toxic relationships that you had, you lose that feeling, that illusion of security, even if that security was actually a prison. In a weird way, the very thing that's making you miserable is also the thing that's keeping you comfortable. Because as long as you don't change, you don't have to face the unknown. And unfortunately, that's what most people fear, the unknown. You don't have to create a new identity. You don't have to be responsible for new habits. You don't have to admit that the problem was never your circumstances. It was your refusal to take action. And so we choose to stay in comfortable misery, trapped. Not because we don't know the way out, but because the way out means leaving behind everything that we've used to justify staying stuck. It's the story that we've told ourselves and others for so long that we believe is true. But it's just a lie that we're telling ourselves. Because our minds are clever. It does not like discomfort. Your mind does not like discomfort. And so it comes up with all of these brilliant excuses to avoid discomfort. Well, I need to do some more research before I really get started. Now is just not the right time. I'll start Monday. I'll give myself the weekend and then I'll start Monday. Or like with the New Year's resolutions that most people have already failed at this year. I'll get to it when life calms down. Or I'm working on it. I just need more motivation. All of those sound reasonable, right? They all sound reasonable, but The truth is, every one of them are a lie. Because you already know what needs to be done. You've known for a long time. And it's not a lack of information that's holding you back. It's fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of not knowing who you'll be on the other side of the change when it happens. But here's the reality. Nothing changes until you do. And so we've got to address these 1 to 3 things that we keep ignoring. And I get it. If you're watching this live or you're watching it later in the replay, if you've made it this far, it probably feels like you're being called out right now. And that's a good thing. That means you're awake enough to recognize what's happening. So let's stop pretending. Let's name the things you're avoiding right now. Take a moment, ask yourself, what are the 1 to 3 things that if I changed right now, if I changed today, would drastically improve my life? What are the actions that I know I need to take, but I keep avoiding? You know what they are. Ask yourself, well, what am I afraid of losing if I actually commit to this change? Now, the thing is, right here is where some of you are going to want to start overthinking it. Some of you probably already are in the process of overthinking it. But the thing is, you already know the answers. There's no need to overthink it. There's no need to really think about it at all. You know the answers. It's just you might not want to admit to what those answers are. You might want to keep dancing around the real issue by focusing on all of these small, insignificant distractions instead. But deep down, you know. So it's time to get brutally honest with yourself. If you were serious about changing, what is the very first thing you would do right now? The smallest step you could take. Would you throw out that pack of cigarettes instead of cutting back? Would you go through your kitchen and throw away, even if it's good food, there's nothing but processed junk and crap? Would you go through your kitchen right now and clean it out instead of, I'm trying to eat better, by actually eating better? You can't eat better when you're keeping the temptation to eat poorly within arm's reach. It's just not going to happen, and you know that. So I don't have to tell you that, but sometimes you just need to hear it from another source. And that's all you need to make that change. Most people that come to see me, especially if they come to see me for help with eating or to help quit smoking, I do a free consultation with them in my office. If I talk with them over the phone, if they schedule it online, then there's a $25 charge that comes off of their package when they purchase the package. But most of my clients, when they leave my office after that consultation, they have everything they need to quit smoking, to change their eating habits, without ever paying me a dime. They have it all when they leave my office after that first visit. They know exactly what to do. But it's those 1 to 3 things that they're just not ready to change. You know, if you are avoiding having those conversations, what if you decided today that you realize this situation is not going to magically fix itself? It's not going to change. and you actually had that conversation. So the important question that you've got to ask yourself is, am I willing to do it right now? Because if you aren't, then you might as well stop lying to yourself. You don't really want to change. You want the idea of change without the discomfort that comes along with it. And that's fine if that's what you want, but stop lying to yourself. When you actually commit to fixing these real issues, then something changes, something happens. You reach the point of no return. You cross a threshold where going back is no longer an option. And that scares the crap out of a lot of people. Because once you quit smoking, you're a non-smoker now. And there is no excuse for you to reach for that cigarette anymore. Once you set boundaries, you can't play the victim anymore. And once you take responsibility for your health, you cannot blame genetics. You can't blame time, and you can't blame stress for all of the choices that you're making. And that's the real reason most people resist change. It's not about the effort. It's not about the difficulty. It's not about how hard it is. It's not about the lies that you're telling yourself. It's about changing your identity. It's about changing who you believe you are. And when you make that shift, that happens when you take action. Because once you step into this new version of yourself, you can't hide behind the old version anymore. So you got two choices today. You can stay miserable, or you can move forward. So let's lay it out as clear as possible. You have two options. One, keep avoiding that 1 to 3 things that you know would change your life. Stay comfortable but miserable, and keep spinning your wheels. Keep making excuses. Nothing changes, and you're comfortable but miserable. Or 2, do something about it right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. So if you're watching this right now and you've decided you're going to do something about it, leave me a comment. Let me know. I'm changing. Today's the day. Today's the day I face the discomfort. Today's the day I feel the fear and do it anyway. One choice keeps you stuck. The other sets you free. So which one do you want? No more excuses. It's time to act. You don't need more information. You've got all the information you need right here in this video. Now, if you want some help and a plan, I'm here for you. I'll help you develop a plan. But you've got to take that action. You've got to take that first step. You don't need more motivation. I don't need to be your cheerleader. You've got all the motivation that you need right there inside of you. And you don't need to wait for the right time, or the right conditions, or the right situation, or the right place, or the right people. You need to take action right now. Because the truth is, you already know exactly what to do. The only question left for you to ask is, am I going to finally do it? That's all you need to know. That's the question you've got to ask yourself right now. Am I taking the action today? I hope this video has been helpful. I hope you found it useful. I hope that you'll leave me a like, a comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts on it. What are the 1 to 3 things that you know needs to change that you've been holding back on? I'd love to hear in the comments. Let me know. And if there's any other topics you want me to cover, in these live videos. Let me know. Leave me a comment, send me a message, send it up in smoke signals, however you want to get it to me. And I promise you, I will create content for that topic. I will. I love helping people. I love teaching people how our brains work and how to communicate with ourselves and with others to get things done and to make things happen. So it's going to be a great day here in Northwest Georgia today. Get started. Take some action. Change those 1 to 3 things that you know you need to change, and I promise you, your life will get better. All right. Have a great day. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.